Out the night, it's cold, it's silent, it's empty. But beneath the silence, something stirs. Something darker. Something that doesn't care about the winds or the shifting shadows. It's the sound of victory. The feeling of ending it. The blood rushing to your head as you feel the weight of everything. Every moment. Every sacrifice. Every battle. Every doubt. All converge into this one singular, undeniable truth. You ended the match. You did it. The final whistle blew, and you're standing there, alone in the darkness of your triumph. The battlefield is behind you, and they're all left behind, scattered in the dust, broken, defeated, forgotten. The game was never for the faint-hearted. It was never about fair play or easy victories. No, this was about survival, about power, about knowing exactly what you're made of when the world is looking the other way. When everyone expects you to fall, but you don't. You stand, you fight, you don't back down. The path was never smooth, was it? The blood, the sweat, the endless hours of sacrifice that no one saw. That's the truth. You know it, and now the world does too. They underestimated you. They all did. And in the end, it's your name that will echo in the halls of history, while they, the ones who thought they were destined to stand at the top, fade into oblivion. The dust is where they belong, and the dust is where they'll stay. You've done what they couldn't even dream of. You ended it, and now they're left in the dust. There's a strange satisfaction in knowing that, isn't there? A satisfaction that cuts deeper than any praise could. The recognition of those who stood against you, those who mocked you, those who once called you weak and destined to fall. Now they have to watch as you rise, their dreams crushed under the weight of your success. The ones who told you it was impossible, the ones who laughed in your face when you said you were going to take it all, they are the ones who remain in the dirt while you stand above it. You've left them there, scrambling to figure out what went wrong. But the truth is, they'll never know. They'll never understand the fire inside you, the hunger that drove you, the demons you fought along the way. They'll never know the price you paid to make sure that in the end, it wasn't them, it was you. You see, the world doesn't care about your struggle. It doesn't care about your pain. It only cares about the result. And now, you've given them that result. They wanted to see you fail. They wanted to watch you crumble under the pressure. But instead, they got the opposite. They got to witness your rise from the ashes, your ascent to the peak where they all thought you could never reach. Now, they're left watching from the sidelines, powerless to stop the tide of your success. They thought you would fade. They thought you would fall. They never expected you to dominate. And now, they are nothing but a blur in your rearview mirror, a distant memory fading into nothingness. But let's not kid ourselves. This wasn't easy. It never was. The struggle, the pain, the doubt, it all crept in at some point. Those moments where you wondered if it was worth it. The times when you thought about giving up, about stepping back, about walking away. The pressure mounted, the weight of the expectations, the constant feeling of being watched. Everyone was waiting for you to crack. Everyone was waiting for you to prove them right. But you didn't. You endured. You pushed through the darkness, through the loneliness, through the despair, and you emerged stronger. They never saw it coming. They never knew what you were capable of. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? The world thinks it knows you, but it doesn't. It doesn't have a clue what you're capable of. And now, you've shown them. As you stand there, looking down at the ruins of the match, at the aftermath of the battle you've won, you realize something else, something darker, something that sets in like the cold night air around you. You were never supposed to be here. You weren't the favorite. You weren't the one everyone thought would win. You were the underdog, the one who was always counted out, the one who was supposed to fail. But you didn't. You fought harder than they could ever imagine. You played the game on your terms, with no one to back you, no one to support you, and yet, here you are. And the feeling? It's something they'll never understand. The satisfaction of knowing you ended it on your own terms. The satisfaction of knowing that while they were busy laughing and undermining you, you were plotting your victory, and now it's theirs to deal with. Now, they'll look at you with envy, with resentment, with disbelief. The people who once claimed to be better, who once claimed to have more than you, who once had everything that seemed to guarantee success, they're the ones who will be left in the dust. Their excuses won't matter. Their stories won't matter. In the end, it'll only be your name that survives, because you did it. You ended it, and no matter what they try to say or do, they'll always be defined by the fact that they couldn't do it. They couldn't handle the pressure. They couldn't endure the battle. They couldn't go the distance, but you did. And that's what makes you unstoppable. That's what makes them irrelevant, because you're the one who finished the match. So let them talk. Let them criticize. Let them claim that it was luck, that it was a fluke, that it was a one-time thing. Let them say whatever they want. The fact is, they are left in the dust, and you are standing tall in the aftermath. They can never take away what you've earned. They can never erase what you've accomplished. Because in the end, it's you who stayed standing. It's you who endured. It's you who triumphed over every obstacle, every challenge, every voice that told you to stop. And when all is said and done, it's you who will be remembered. It's your name that will echo through time, while they are nothing but a faded memory. You ended the match, and now they're left in the dust. The world can be cruel, the journey can be long, and the pain can be unbearable. But you've come through it all. You've come out stronger. You've silenced the doubters. You've crushed the naysayers. And now, as you look back, you realize that this victory, this moment, wasn't just about the match. It wasn't just about beating them. It was about proving to yourself that you could do it, that you were always capable, that the battle you fought wasn't just against them, it was against the limitations they imposed on you, and you shattered every one of them. Now they're the ones left behind, and you are the one who stands at the top, ready for whatever comes next. So stand tall, walk forward, let them be forgotten, and let your legacy burn bright. They had their chance, they had their time, but you ended it, and that's something they will never be able to take from you. You ended the match, and now they're left in the dust. And you're just getting started. That thought, that undeniable truth, pulses through you like the steady beat of a war drum, echoing in the hollow spaces of your soul. The victory you've just claimed, the blood you've shed, the battles you fought, they all mean something, but they are nothing more than a prelude to what is to come. The world, with all its eyes and expectations, thought that this was the pinnacle. They thought you reached the top when you proved them wrong, when you showed them who you really are. But that was never the peak. That was just the first step, the first chapter in a story that only you can write. And now, as the dust settles around you, it becomes clear that this moment is only the beginning of something even darker, even greater, even more inevitable. You see, most people in this world would have collapsed after the triumph. They would have relaxed, taken a breath, enjoyed the fruits of their victory, and basked in the admiration that was, for a fleeting moment, theirs. But not you. You've never been content with simply winning. You've never been the kind of person who would stop once you've shown them what you're made of. The victory is just a stepping stone, a blip on the radar of your journey. The match is over, but the war is just beginning. Now you stand in the quiet aftermath and you realize something that will set you apart from everyone else. The fight is only beginning. The hunger is only growing. You know, the world loves a winner. At least, it loves them for a moment. When you're at the top, everyone wants a piece of you. Everyone wants to be associated with you. They'll parade your name around. They'll slap your face on posters. They'll tell you how great you are until their tongues run dry. But there's a darker truth beneath the applause. A truth that few are brave enough to acknowledge. People only love a winner until they no longer matter. People only love the victor until someone else comes along who is stronger, faster, or more dominant. The moment you let your guard down, the moment you start to believe your own hype, that's the moment the world will begin to eat you alive. That's when the real battle begins. The pressure that you feel now isn't just from your own mind. It's the pressure of everyone watching you, waiting for you to fail. They don't care about your journey, your sacrifice, your pain. All they care about is the next great thing. And so, you must make sure that they never stop looking at you, never stop believing that you are the one to beat, that you are the one who will endure the storm and come out on top. If you rest, if you stop, they'll forget you. If you let down your guard, you'll fall from grace. That's the truth of this world. But that's also the beauty of it, because while they fall and crumble, you will rise. Because you're not like the rest. You're not content with just winning. You're not satisfied with being remembered. You want more. And now that you've tasted victory, you realize something you never did before. You were born for this. You were born to keep going, to keep dominating, to keep pushing when everyone else is content to stop. You've already seen how easily the world forgets. They'll hail you as a hero one day and mock you the next, but you will never be a victim of their fickle nature. You will never allow their perception of you to dictate your worth. And as the world fades into the background, you will remain steady, relentless, and focused on what's to come. While they worry about who's next, you will set the pace. You will be the standard, the measure by which all others are judged. It's not enough to just be great. You must redefine greatness. You must carve out your place in history, and you will not stop until the ink is dry on your legacy. You will make them remember you, not just for the battles you won, but for the wars you're about to wage. In this world, most people live their lives defined by what they're given, by the circumstances they find themselves in, by the rules they're told to follow. But not you. You were never meant to follow the path laid before you. You were meant to carve your own. You were meant to burn everything that tried to hold you back and leave nothing but ashes in your wake. They've already seen what you can do when pushed to the limit, when you're tested in the crucible of adversity. But now, the real test begins. The challenge isn't surviving the storm, it's mastering it. It's not about proving you can win. It's about showing that you are the one who will never stop, never relent, never give up. You're not here to make a mark. You're here to leave a scar on this world that can never be erased. You've got the taste of power now, haven't you? It's intoxicating, isn't it? The rush of knowing that no one can stand in your way. The thrill of knowing that no matter how many try, they can't break you. The rush of seeing the world bow before you, of knowing that your name will never be forgotten. But here's the catch. Power is a dangerous thing. It's a fickle beast, and if you let it consume you, it will destroy you just as easily as it builds you up. There's only one way to wield it, one way to control it. Never let your ambition fade. Never let your focus slip. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon, on the next challenge, on the next war that lies ahead. Because when you stop, when you rest, when you think you've done enough, that's when the world will come crashing down on you. But you already know that, don't you? You already know that the only way to survive this world is to keep moving, to keep fighting, to keep conquering. You've tasted what it feels like to be at the top, and now you'll never go back. The hunger inside you is insatiable. You can feel it gnawing at you, urging you forward, telling you that there's more out there, that the world hasn't seen the full extent of what you're capable of. And you won't stop until you show them. They think they know your limits, but they don't. They think they know how far you'll go, but they're wrong. They think they saw everything you could do, but they haven't even begun to see what lies ahead. The world doesn't care about your pain, your struggle, your journey. It only cares about the end result, and you've learned that lesson well. Now it's your turn to rewrite the rules. Now it's your turn to make the world care about your name. But to do that, you must be relentless. You must keep moving forward, keep breaking down every obstacle in your path. No one can stop you now, not because you've already proven yourself, but because you're willing to do whatever it takes to keep proving it. You've tasted what it's like to be on top, and now you'll stop at nothing to stay there. Because the moment you stop fighting, the moment you stop pushing, that's the moment they'll come for you. And you will never let that happen. You'll never let them see you falter. Not now, not ever. So rise up, warrior. The world awaits. The battle is far from over. And as you walk this path, with all the weight of your victories behind you, remember this: you're just getting started. The fire inside you is unquenchable, unrelenting. It is not a mere spark that burns brightly for a moment and fades away. No. This fire is eternal. It is an inferno that only grows with time, that only grows with every victory, every failure, every battle, every scar you accumulate along the way. There will be those who tell you that you've done enough, that you've already proven yourself, that it's time to relax, to take a step back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. They'll tell you that you've earned a break, that you deserve to rest. But you know better, because you understand the truth that few ever will. Victory is just the beginning. It is the beginning of an even darker, more dangerous path. And it is only those who dare to walk that path, to continue forward, when everyone else is content to rest, who will leave a legacy that lasts forever. The moment you decide to stop pushing, to stop striving, to stop evolving, is the moment the world will begin to forget you. The world will move on, and it will forget your name. History won't remember those who stood still. History remembers those who kept pushing forward, those who kept conquering, those who had the strength to rise every single time they were knocked down. History remembers the ones who fought and fought until the day they took their last breath. You can never stop. You can never let the world believe that you've reached your limit, because there is no limit. There is no final goal. There is no end. There is only the relentless pursuit of more. You are bound by nothing. You are driven by one force alone, the hunger to keep going. They think they know you now. They think they've seen all you have to offer. They think they've witnessed your full power, your full potential. But the truth is, they haven't even begun to understand what you are capable of. You're not here to do what's expected of you. You're not here to play by the rules, to stay in the confines of what is acceptable. Number, you were born to break those rules. You were born to go further, to reach heights that no one ever thought were possible. While they sit and wait for you to stumble, to show signs of weakness, you will keep moving forward. You will keep proving them wrong. And in doing so, you will create a legacy that cannot be erased, a legacy that will echo through the corridors of time, long after your name has left the lips of those who once doubted you. You see, the truth that most people refuse to acknowledge is that success is not a destination. It is a journey. It is a never-ending climb. Each victory is just another step up the mountain, but there is no summit. There is no peak that you can stand on and say, I have made it. That is the illusion the world feeds you. It's the lie that they want you to believe, because it comforts them to think that they have reached the top, that they have made it. But you know better. You know that the only way to survive this world, to remain relevant, is to keep climbing, to keep reaching higher. Because the moment you stop, the moment you believe you have arrived, that's when the world will pass you by. And while you stand still, complacent, patting yourself on the back for what you've done, someone else will rise up, someone else will push harder, someone else will do what you couldn't. And then you'll be left in the dust. You have to be smarter than that. You have to be sharper. You have to be relentless in your pursuit. Because in this world, the second you relax, the second you breathe easy and think that you've made it, is the second someone is already taking your place. There is always someone waiting for you to slip up. There is always someone waiting for you to falter. The competition never ends. There is always someone bigger, stronger, faster, more hungry than you. But what sets you apart from them is your willingness to keep going, your willingness to keep fighting even when every part of you aches, your refusal to stop. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unstoppable. So, every time they tell you to slow down, every time they say you've done enough, every time they tell you to take a break, you look them dead in the eye and remind them of the truth. You are just getting started. You've barely begun. You've only scratched the surface of what you're capable of. There's a deeper level to you that no one has seen. There's a version of you that has yet to be revealed, and it's that version of you that will leave the world trembling in your wake. It's that version of you that will rise above all others, that will dominate, that will leave a mark on this world so deep that nothing and no one will ever be able to erase it. In the end, it's not the victories that define you. It's not the accolades, the awards, or the praise. It's your will. It's your unyielding desire to push forward, to overcome, to conquer. Those who have made it before you, those who have claimed victory, they were defined by what they did. But you will be defined by what you're going to do. You're just getting started, and the world has no idea what's coming. You've tasted power, haven't you? You've tasted the thrill of being on top, of seeing all those who doubted you now fall away, unable to touch you. It's addictive, isn't it? The rush of victory, the euphoria of watching your enemies falter, watching your dreams come true. But don't be fooled. This is not the end. This is not the moment where you sit back and bask in your success. This is the moment where you realize that the real work begins now. The real battle is not won in the moment of victory. It's won in the relentless pursuit of more. It's won in the unspoken commitment to keep going, to keep fighting, to never stop. You've tasted greatness, yes, but now you will crave it. You will crave it more than anything, and you will stop at nothing to get it. There will be sacrifices ahead. There will be moments where you will question whether it's worth it. There will be times when you will feel exhausted, when the weight of it all will threaten to break you. But you will not break. You will not bend, because you know something that they do not. The pain, the struggle, the pressure, it's all part of the process. It's all part of becoming who you are meant to be. And each time you endure, each time you rise above it, you will grow stronger, more determined, more ruthless in your pursuit of greatness. There's nothing that can stop you now, because you know what you are made of. You know that you are unstoppable. So, as the world continues to turn, as the days go by, remember this: you're just getting started. The battles ahead will be harder, the challenges greater, the enemy's more cunning, but none of that matters. Because you are ready, you are prepared, and you will keep going. They will watch as you continue to rise. They will watch as you break every limit they try to impose on you. And in the end, it will be your name that is etched in the annals of history, not theirs. You ended the match, and now the world will be forced to watch as you rewrite the rules and redefine what it means to be great. So, stand tall, warrior. Keep moving forward. The world may think it has seen everything you have to offer, but you know better. This is only the beginning. And now, they are all left in the dust. In the end, remember this: you're just getting started. The victories you've claimed are nothing but stepping stones to something greater, something unstoppable. The world may have seen your rise, but it has no idea what you're truly capable of. The path ahead is yours to conquer, and no one, nothing, can stand in your way. Keep pushing, keep striving, and keep proving them wrong, because you're not done yet. You're just beginning, and the world will have no choice but to watch as you carve your legacy into eternity.